other end is under great attack by Obamacare. If there's one group of people that are in great danger of not being able to have health care or have limited ration health care, are the elderly. And our quality of life is being eroded all throughout. But let me tell you something else about that right to life. Did you know, and before you frown, listen to me. Did you know that the Second Amendment does not give you the right to keep and bear arms? Let me say it again. The Second Amendment does not give you the right to keep and bear arms. The Second Amendment assumes that you already have that right. And that's why it says the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed upon. You see, the right to keep and bear arms is part of that right to life in the preamble of the Declaration. If you have a right to life, you also have a right to defend your life and defend the life of your loved ones. That's why defending the Second Amendment is so important. It is a right that is intrinsically immersed in the right to life in the preamble of the Declaration. And of course, if you don't have liberty, you're a slave. And if you are a slave, you cannot pursue happiness. So, and then it says that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men. To secure these rights, not to trample upon these rights, as we are seeing more and more and more. And the next one says, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. Who are the governed? We are. Well, have we given the government our consent to do all the garbage that they're doing?
Nope. No.
Did we give them the consent to cram Obamacare down our throats?
Nope. No.
Or to spy on us?
No.
Or to go after those that are pursuing liberty and patriotism and the Constitution with the IRS? No. Well, the next verse is very, very powerful. And it says that whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government. You know how we do that? We do that through the ballot box. That is why it is so important that you register everybody you can to vote, and you got 2 weeks to do it. And then you not only vote, you take all your family, you take all your friends, you take all your neighbors to the polls to vote in the primary and then in November. It is imperative. It is our responsibility that we exercise that right through the ballot box. I want to close with the last few words of the Declaration of Independence. And it says, this framer said, relying upon the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. Now, we've seen how our lives have been under attack from beginning to end. Our fortunes, this administration's got both their hands in your pocket, trying to take every hard-earned dollar you make to give it out in handouts to buy votes. But I'll tell you what, they can take our life, they can take our fortune, but no one can take our honor. No one can take our honor. I want you to stand, please. Let's all stand, and I want you to stand in pairs. And if there's a straggler, just make a little group of 3. And let's finish with a covenant. Let's finish with a pledge, a covenant before God and before one another. I am going to go through the words, these last few words of the Declaration. I want you to face each other in pairs. And from the heart, Let's repeat this pledge. I'm going to say it first, one phrase at a time. You repeat it to God and to one another. I want to hear you. Relying upon the protection of divine providence.
Relying upon the protection of divine providence.
We mutually pledge to each other.
We mutually pledge to each other.
Our lives,
Our
fortunes,
and
our sacred honor.
sacred
To do all we can.
To do all we can.
To restore liberty to this country.
To restore liberty to this country.
To restore the Constitution.
To restore
To restore free markets.
To restore
To restore limited government.
To restore
To make this country again.
To make this country again.
That shining city on a hill.
That shining city on a hill.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless America.